You'll be 88 years old. How I miss you, Dr. King. But I see you in the faces of our children every day. This past Friday, I was honored and had the pleasure of being on a panel at the Fifth Third Bank of Chicago with some very distinguished members of this community, and the question was, what was the impact of Dr. King's life on this city and the world? Before the program commenced, there was a rendition of a hymn by a former student, Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. One of Dr. King's favorite hymn. On July 10th, 1966, would be the last time I would have the opportunity to see him alive. I would hear the great Mahalia Jackson sing that song in a packed soldier field for Dr. King. And Dr. King would say, on that hot but feeling good day, this day we must declare our own Emancipation Proclamation, institutionalized discrimination in our schools and housing. And unfortunately, 50 years later, we're suffering from some of the same problems, plus more. Help is needed. Young people, you must be prepared to deal with the many issues facing this city and country. Policing issues in our community, schools in our community, health care, and violence, unthinkable the pain and suffering endured every day. Last year, we lost 762 souls to gun violence, 4,331 wounded by gunfire. We have a seating capacity in this auditorium of 1,200 seats. That would be the equivalent of nearly 4 auditoriums, every seat filled. My frustration is such that I'm speechless. A 1991 graduate, LaPasha Darby, now on an extended vacation in Ghana, explained it better than I. An excerpt from her December 27th posting. I feel so sorry for young people today because they don't know what it's like to have drama-free fun. What makes me sad is that so many will not live to share their bounce-back stories or the scars, wounds, and karma from their many fights, disrespect of elders and community. Premature parenthood, poor academic careers, and criminal-based decisions will tarnish their futures beyond repair. I'm so sad that I see so many parents turn a blind eye to generational curses instead of commanding that their children take a different path. I know what we can do to help this generation, especially since most of them will not listen. But I do pray for them and wish for them the chance to have a childhood and a safe adolescence. These 2 life phases are so pivotal and can make the difference between success and the constant repetition of stupid mistakes in adulthood. They don't know now, but they're really going to regret that poor decision. and so will their parents. After all, someone will have to pay those expenses. For poor decisions generated, got to pay for bail money, inmate calls, child care, drug rehabilitation, unused student loans, chronic unemployment. And she ended with hashtag, now go marinate on that. You can read her entire statement on Facebook. My last speech was Martin Luther King's January 2003, 14 years ago. How time flies. I felt the need to speak on that occasion due to the passing of Mamie Louise Mobley. She passed away on January 6th of that year. My life had been impacted by her lifelong civil rights struggle. She was a prayer warrior for civil rights in this country. One of the many shoulders I stand on. You can make this occasion today very important by remembering the shoulders you stand on. Use your imagination and bring them into the auditorium this morning. You will know that they are here when you start feeling warm and peaceful. I have invited all to help me stand here today. Thank you, warriors. When I have to write a speech, Dr. Barr, and I do not like to, I often wish I had been afforded the opportunity of attending Providence St. Mel. Not that my primary and secondary school did not do a good job, but in the area of literature, the emphasis was more oratorical, less analytical, if you know what I mean. In American literature, we were familiar with Poe and Eliot, and Thoreau and Steinbeck, Twain, Richard Wright, Max Hughes, Frederick Douglass. And one I met briefly, James Baldwin. My point, if you have not taken advantage of your present academic environment at Providence St. Mel, do yourself a favor, do so now. That leads me to an important concept I hope that the students in this auditorium will understand today. If you don't understand anything else, try this one. Your decision-making process. It is your cumulative life experience. From the day you were born to this very moment determines how you will survive. If your environment is nurturing, loving and caring, and you take advantage of it, you will more than likely make positive decisions. If not, you will more than likely make decisions that are not in your best interest. We all at some time in our life need help. We make mistakes. We hurt. There's pain, physical and psychological. That's when we should turn to the shoulders you and I stand on. The prayer warriors. Turn to your family. We should turn to our teachers and counselors. We should turn to our spiritual leaders. But some will say, I have no one. I'm not connected. I got problems at home, the streets are dangerous. But there is someone that is always there, and his name is Jesus. You can sometimes make the wrong decision that will affect you your whole life. The difference between poverty and comfort, jail or no jail, job or no job. peace and quiet of misery and a dysfunctional life for the rest of your life was based on your decision-making process. Your early preparation, your curricular choices, developing a ferocious appetite for writing, high-level math, high-level science, advanced computer education, and the fine art. Your competition is global. President Nat Taylor is in Cambodia today, visiting our model school, J. Prisker Academy. Since it is modeled after Providence St. Mel, they have the same curriculum and structure we have here. Plus, the Cambodian government makes it a requirement that they take a course in the Khmer language, dealing with their history and culture. That's Khmer, K-H-M-E-R. The children that are attending J. Prisker's are living in shacks. No lights, no running water. Very poor. But the parents and children know that equality, competitive education is the only way out of poverty. Some of the graduates are now attending college in the United States. Doing quite well, thank you. And English is their second language. One of the students had a perfect PSAT and ACT score recently in math and science. Yes, young people, that's your competition. We pray for a safe trip for Mr. Nat. It's a long trip. I went there once, 2 planes, from our door to the doors of J. Prisker Academy in CM Ring is 36 hours. Mercy. All my life I wanted to be free, but I knew that that was a price to pay. I've been looking back on my life and trying to pinpoint when the concept of freedom entered my mind. I can remember I'm 4 or 5 and I can visualize that this was yesterday. Traveling with my mother in rural Montgomery, Alabama, to her one-room school. School was approximately the size of two classrooms here at Providence St. Mel. Each row of grades 1 through 6. She was the principal, assistant principal, cafeteria manager, janitor. In the middle of the room was a pot-belly stove to keep us warm. And she used it to boil hot dogs for lunch. You had to go out to the well and pump the water for the pots. The cafeteria was a classroom. You got one slice of bread with a little mustard. Some of the children could not afford the nickel for the hot dog. Maybe they brought a couple of biscuits and a piece of bacon from home. I wondered to myself, why was a yellow school bus with the white children passing our school, going to the beautiful red brick school down the road with electric lights, playground, and most of all, indoor bathroom. We had none of what to expect children to have. I would, on many occasions, look into my mother's eyes, and she would anticipate the questions. She would anticipate the frustration. She would anticipate the whys. I grew up when children did not ask a lot of questions unless prompted by adults. If adults were talking, you left the room and you returned when requested. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Somebody needs to say amen here. I I think down on that country road, I ran into racism. I didn't use that terminology, but I surely knew this. There was something wrong. As a child, I had trouble keeping my mouth shut. And my mother held a household of 4 children. My father passed away when I was young with St. Paul Joseph. That was trouble already. I knew I was in trouble. If you don't shut your mouth, I will make you meet your dad drunk. I never understood what she meant by that. Discipline, structure, I needed. I grew up doing PTP time. Yeah, we had the triangle working for us. At the apex were the pastors, to the side were the parents and teachers. The highest respect was given to our religious leaders. The galvanizing force in my community growing up was the church. Teachers were special. They were the authority figure in the classroom. If they said jump, you said high, high. You never wanted your teacher to call home with bad news. I always tried to negotiate that if you must call, give me a chance to get home to explain. It never worked for me. I thank my mother, my teachers, and pastors for providing that armor of protection. Thank you for shielding me from the humiliation of segregation. I now understand why you were so demanding. No visiting anyone without permission. Never in anyone's home without a parent being present. Curfew. Don't let the street light catch you in the street. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, herein lies the difference from then and now. You were not released from that triangle until they knew you were ready. Somewhere in the last 50 years, we've lost our armor of protection. We've lost the community shield. We've lost the discipline and structure. With the armor of protection, I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama, in a segregated college community. Quite frankly, I was very comfortable in my surrounding. We had our black grocers, black movie theaters, black libraries, black restaurants, black doctors, black hospitals, black churches, black homes, and of course we had black cemeteries. But things were changing in the early 50s. You could feel the tension in the air. And in 1955 would be my watershed year. Before Dr. King arrived at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, that was a Reverend Vernon John. You know about him? A very practical civil rights activist. As a pastor of this middle class, college-educated congregation, he represented some of the membership by selling farm produce, watermelon, butter beef, corn, live chickens, on the outside of his church and on the campus of Alabama State University. His wife was on the faculty there. As a result of his activities in 1953, he was forced to resign. The committee was set searching for a new leader. And in came Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In March 1955, career day at Lab High, I got my first look at the new leader at Dexter. This brother was sharp. He had a charming oratorical command of the English language, 26 years of age with a PhD. I wanted to be like him. I was mesmerized by his presence. And at that point, he was not even famous. I participated in the Montgomery boycott with him. In college, I was active in the civil rights movement, ended up in jail with about 30 other college students. To our rescue, keeping us out of jail for 200 days, Reverend David Abernathy, Dr. Benjamin E. Mays, and Dr. King. In 1965, I would leave Chicago and we would march from Selma to Montgomery under his leadership. In August of 1955, Emmett Lewis Till Body, age 14, floated up out of the Tallahatchie River in Money, Mississippi. The sadness of that experience will stay with me until the day I die. I have always had it in my mind that that could have been me. He was 14. I was 14. He was black and I was black. His death was the last call I needed. Now I truly understood and appreciated the structure, the discipline, and the protection afforded to us by our parents, teachers, and religious leaders. His mother would say at his funeral on the south side of Chicago, if you want to see the face of racism, look at the face of my son in this casket. His mother was Mamie Louise Till Mosley. In December of 1955, Rosa Parks had a hard day as seamstress, sitting on the bus, minding her own business. She was told by the bus driver to give her her seat, and you know she refused. She sat down, and with the leadership of Dr. King and many others, my hometown and the nation stood up. The Montgomery boycott was on. We refused to ride the bus for nearly a year until the ban on bus segregation was found unconstitutional. I arrived on the steps of Providence St. Mel by accident, or maybe it was providential. 46 years ago this month. It was not my intent to stay that long, but it became my life work. In 1978, the Archdiocese of Chicago made the decision to close this school. They made the decision to close this school without any input from this administration. I was insulted. I felt less than a man. You cannot talk about leadership unless you lead. When the diocese stepped down, there was a few other people stepping up, with the exception of the Sisters of Providence. There would be no Providence St. Mel today without them. We mounted a people's campaign with staff and parents to keep this school open. The only person left from those days is Miss Renee Keller. Thank you for your steadfastness. Thank you for working bingo 3 nights a week and having a full teaching load for nearly 11 years. What a blessing you have been to this institution. I know you're getting restless, but I'm coming to the end. If you're 18 years old, I'm talking to you. Regarding the 2016 election, I hope you understand your responsibility as a citizen of the United States, your duty and privilege to vote. You have no right to complain if you did not exercise that right. Thousands going back to the slave trade gave their lives that you and I would have the right to vote. If you did not vote, do not complain. Think about it. Over 90 million eligible voters did not vote. Rather than complain about the upcoming leadership, I take my lead from the First Lady, Chicago own Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. To President Barack Obama, thank you for the cleanup. Thank you for dealing with unprecedented racism. No conviction or indictments in 8 years as president. Thank you for leading this country with class, grace, dignity. And the perseverance in the face of unprecedented obstruction. To the upcoming administration, I pray for a more dignified term of office as opposed to the previous election. Finally, students of Providence St. Mel, critical thinking. Get in your head. Think for yourself. Start saving. For every dollar you get, take out 20 cents and invest it. You won't end up being poor. Learn to give back. It is more blessed to give than receive. Heal the world. That's when we will be free. Thank you.
Mr. Adams, we say our mission statement every morning. For many Providence St. Mel graduates, it has made a lasting impact on who they are, how they look at the world, and their own place in it. Thank you for your vision and for standing on the shoulders of those who came before you. Through our education at Providence St. Mel, we hope to become leaders for a better world. Thank you.